Alright, what's going on, Game Changers? It's GCP here, and I haven't done a commentary in quite a long time, but finally, the beta for Black Ops Cold War is now available to the Xbox and PC players. Of course, we had to wait a long time because of the whole console exclusivity nonsense that PlayStation and Sony gets, and obviously that's another topic for another time. But moving on from that, again, we're finally here now. And one of the things I've been looking most forward to is this beta, because as a fan of Treyarch and the Black Ops series, I already knew something was special over here with this game. One of the things that really excited me about this game was the fact that we could finally move again. The fact that I can rush, the feeling of moving around, the freedom of moving around and not having to worry about the loud footsteps, the ADS mounting, the tactical shooter that Modern Warfare was, is something that Black Ops Cold War, at least from the beta perspective, is not. That's something that I've always appreciated about Treyarch games, the ability to run and gun. That's what I've enjoyed so much about Call of Duty in general. And now finally playing the beta for Black Ops Cold War, there was one thing in particular that was making it very difficult for me to get around. Now, obviously, before I get started playing any game, I always like to mess around with the settings. I always try to optimize the settings to the best of my ability, to any advantage that you want as a player, and it's with these settings that will give you the edge over the other player. And it's very important to do that in any game, especially first-person shooter games. With that being said, one of the things that I was most excited about was Field of View. Field of View has never been seen in a Call of Duty game, especially for consoles. This is one of the features that PC has a massive advantage over when it comes to consoles. The ability to have more show up on your screen, so that way you have a better idea of your surroundings and you're able to get a wider field of view, meaning again, more showing up on your screen, meaning people are not out of your field of view and you're able to find out where everybody is at. Yes, the object becomes smaller, so you have only that disadvantage, but at the same time you're able to get a drop on your enemies, and enemies are not able to get a drop on you, especially if you're facing console players if you're on the PC. So one of the major disadvantages that we've always had in a console game, especially with Modern Warfare, because that was the first introduction of cross-play, was the fact that playing against PC players, this was one of the key features that put us at a massive disadvantage. Of course, keyboard and mouse has the capability of doing a lot better in reaction times and snapping on targets than a controller does. And of course, we have aim assist there, which aim assist is another issue in this game right now. Obviously, it's super strong, but at the same time, one of the things that I actually was having an issue with was aim assist and connection, but I didn't understand why that was until now. It was not until, and by the way, shout out to Stereo Rifles, I was playing with him during his stream, and he suggested that this could possibly be the problem for this. When I first booted up this game in the beginning, I first went into my settings. I immediately went to my field of view and I increased it. Because of course, like I stated before, field of view is something that I want to increase. So that way I'm put on a more level playing field with the PC players. So I thought, you know what? I have an Xbox One X. It should be able to handle that, right? Wrong. It wasn't until Stereo actually said that, you know what? He plays on 95 to 90 or 90 to 95 setting. And I told him that I was playing on 100 because it seemed like 100 was kind of like that sweet medium. At first I thought to myself, lowering the setting of the FOV, why would that affect the gameplay? Why would that affect my aim assist settings? You know, because I thought, again, like I said before, I don't have the original Xbox. I am playing on the X, the latest Xbox out there, not the Series X, because that's not out yet, but the X. It should be able to handle field of view. I mean, I played and increased my field of view in Battlefield 1, and it was able to handle it just fine. I was able to do well with it. Why is Call of Duty an issue? Why would it have an issue if I increased it? But when I toned it down from 100 to 95, my shots started hitting. What seemed like connection issues were no longer connection issues, and I was able to do well. I was able to, do I dare say it, dominate. I was able to actually dominate. I was able to play like myself, somebody who is a veteran of the Call of Duty series, someone who has been playing for a very long time, who knows their way around the stickies, one who knows how to play this first-person shooter game. So that to me was very, very surprising that lowering the field of view made all the difference. Why field of view is so skewed on this game, especially for the consoles, is something that really puzzled me. Now, is this game now optimized? This is another question I have. Is it optimized for next gen? Is that the issue here? Let's say, for example, I get and purchase the Xbox Series X and I increase the field of view again. Is that going to be a problem like it was right now with the Xbox One X? Which me and Stereo were both discussing while we were making those proper adjustments in game for me, as I was, obviously complaining to him about my issues, and he said absolutely. Which now that I think about it, makes a lot of sense because it would be optimized for the newer generation consoles. But anyways, that was my issue. If any of you guys are having that issue, or maybe this video helped solve that issue for you guys, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the bell to be notified whenever I upload. And with that being said, this is GCP signing off.